our role is to create the conditions for implementation. That's what WIHSC is often required to do, is to gather objectively, independently and evidence-based that is then about that application of research into practice and the implementation process. That phrase, applied research, is used a lot, and I think it's quite a good one to think about us in that particular context, because as you've alluded to, it's not research for its own sake, as important as that is, and it's not to decry that at all, but our particular part of the continuum is about that interface and thinking about and having in mind the people who will be implementing whatever conclusions the evidence has come to, or whatever recommendations we might be saying at the end of a big policy piece, or whatever it might be. And that, having that in mind and holding that in mind, I think it's quite useful for us to, it kind of keeps us fresh and makes sure we don't get complacent about forgetting the people whose job it is to deliver, whose job it is to support people.
Absolutely, and that's, I think, why it's useful to have a foot in both camps, isn't it? And to have work with people who have worked in both camps and so on, because it does remind you of the constraints which people work within, the cultures that people work within, the motivational factors that make service. I think you do need a good understanding and an up-to-date understanding of all of that if you're to do your researchy bit and project the results across.